We are live. This is the NBA Rundown. The channel is Nuke the House. I'm your host, Astaire. I don't even know why I have these headphones on, and obviously my background's a mess. Dudes, I wanted to start earlier. Oh, man. I wanted to start earlier, and I did not sleep for crap last night. But I'm up. I was supposed to start an hour ago. I'm running a little late, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to get this done. We went 2-1 in the association last night. My basic takeaways were overs aren't very good right now, so I'm not too excited about betting overs in the unders in the NBA right now. Overs seem to be back, so that little under trend might be dead. And I'm trying to think. Other than that, I don't know. That was a fine night. We bet the Pistons. What game was that? Pistons and the Grizzlies, bro, and that ended up being the closest game because we gave out the over in the Indiana game, and I knew that hit in the first quarter. They had 70 something points. We gave out the under in the Pelicans game. Well, I knew that was dead in the first quarter because they had 70 points. So I was like, okay, 1-1. So the whole night came down to Pistons Wizards. I ended up watching it. Funny thing, I tweeted, I should check the results. It was I was wondering who people thought was the best player on the floor between Cade and Jaren Jackson. Jaren Jackson, if he could finish around the rim, he'd be one of the best players in the league. So many times when we were on him, right, we watched him make a good defensive play, get the ball in the post down low, and just mitch some sort of finger roll. So he's so close to being an elite player, but just not there yet. Let's dive into tonight's card. I've made 2 bets so far, and let's see if we can find some others. All right, so the Toronto Raptors are hosting the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers are favored by 12.5 points. Total 234.5. Where are my projections? I have this game as a 9-point Lakers win, but there's no way I'm taking Toronto right now. And I have this game going under, and I'm going to stay away from unders right now. So, looking into some other ways to approach this game. Basically, we're looking for reasons to take in this game. In my mind, you're looking for reasons to take the Lakers and the over. Let's see. Toronto is 3-13 in their last 16 games against the spread. They've lost 13 games straight up, and they failed to cover their last 10 home games. Lakers 5-2 against the spread in their last 7. So you can see why it's Lakers or pass. I'm almost talking myself into it here. Toronto's 13-25 at home against the spread at home this year. But of course, like I said, if we do this more recently, the only time they've covered 3 times in March. And that's it. And they've lost every single game in March. Maybe we'll get there on the Lakers. I'm not too interested in this game overall. There's no way you can bet Toronto. And I'm not really too excited about the under here. Anything else on this game I need to throw out there? We got some relevant trends. Everything points towards taking the Lakers. Lakers 4-1 against the spread in their last 5. Total's gone over in 10 of their last 15. They're 3-12 against the spread in their last 15 against Toronto. That's interesting. Toronto, we just talked about it, 1-8 against the spread in their last 9. And the total's gone over 6 of the last 7 times they've played. So if you play this game, I would go square. I would go Lakers and over. Even though my projections like the under. I don't know if I'll lay it, though. Getting close, though, thinking about it. The Milwaukee Bucks are minus 13. Another road favorite where, the Wizards are just so bad. The Wizards are just so bad. How could you look at this game any other way? Let's look at what Washington's done against the spread recently. Well, actually, my bad. They did win 2 games recently, and they covered against Brooklyn as a 4-point dog. They pushed against Miami as a 12-point dog. Maybe they're not as bad as I thought. They're definitely no Toronto Raptors here. Wizards are only 12-24 against the spread at home. Let's see. Yeah, 10-19 is a home dog. I don't see I have any Milwaukee numbers here. What's Milwaukee as a home favorite? a road favorite. Only 12 and 16. All right, so trends aren't loving Milwaukee there. But like I said, Washington's given up. If I had to play either of these two favorites that we talked about, though, I think I go with the Lakers because the Raptors are just that bad. Milwaukee 12 and 6 against the spread in their last 18 games. Lean towards Milwaukee, and once again, I like the over. Square show so far, guys, but I didn't place either of those bets. I'm just giving you guys my thoughts. Ooh, this one's fun. Why are we not taking the Thunder here? Let me pull up this injury report because so yesterday we were excited because we thought the the Philadelphia 76ers were getting Joel Embiid back tonight and they'd be facing the Thunder. That's definitely not the case as he's still rolled out. Oh, Tyrese Maxey and Shea, game time decisions here. That line to me says that he's going to sit because what do I have this projected at? Only a 3-point win for the Thunder. All right, only a 3-point win for the Thunder here by my projections. I have it 112 to 109. It's landing, about 113 to 110 when you round up. So landing over as well here on this game. I like the Thunder, man. I don't know. Philadelphia is just not very good without Embiid. It's one of the starkest contrasts I've ever seen. Usually championship contenders can do all right. But that's not been the case for Philadelphia. Philadelphia is 5-1 against the spread in their last 6, though. Wow, that's interesting. 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 at home against Oklahoma City. That's weird. Then how is Oklahoma City 2-5? I don't trust these trends. All right. Doesn't make any sense at all. Okay. Those must be misprinted. Let me see if I can find anything else here. I'm basically looking for a reason not to take the Thunder here because that's the only way I can look in this game. I guess they have been playing better lately. 19 and 17 on the road for the Thunder. And OKC has not been covering, although they did cover their last 2 games, especially that great game against New York. Now, this line must have flipped with Shea because it's rating as a loss, but we had it as a win. So, of course, it all comes down to when you bet. I see here. Philadelphia's covered their last 3 as they barely, though. And they just beat Toronto. Yeah, I like the Thunder here. I think I'm going to add it. I know it's only a small edge here, but I just can't trust this current iteration of the Philly team. And I think that the Thunder will be fine even without Shea. I'm adding that one right now. Give me the Oklahoma City Thunder. New York Knicks are +3. This is an interesting game as they take on the Miami Heat. Now, my projections love the Knicks here, but do I want to get there? Let me look at a couple other things here about this game. So the Knicks, of course, coming off that tough loss to OKC. Before that, they had been on that winning streak before that weird straight-up loss to San Antonio. Miami has covered 3 of their last 4. The only one they didn't was just that no-show against Golden State at home. That was kind of a weird game. They did beat Portland by 60, and they beat the Wizards by 12 recently. So both teams, I would say, playing fairly well. Miami's only 14 and 22 against the spread at home, while the Knicks 20 and 16 on the road. Only 10 and 11 as a road underdog, though better as a road favorite. Miami 13 and 14 as a road favorite. Let me pull up some trends here. And that last time they gave me trends, they contradicted each other. So let's hope that we get some better ones here because someone misprinted on those last one. Yeah, New York 4-1 against the spread in their last 5. Miami 2 and 6 against the spread in their last 8 at home. Projections really like the Knicks here, as I have this game even, and the Knicks are catching 3. Check the injury report one more time. I was listening to some other content this morning. People are concerned about Brunson getting fatigued, and I can understand why. Hartenstein's in. Yeah. So Miami should be stronger here. Terry Rozier, Duncan Robinson, Caleb Martin, and Jovic all expected to play, but on the injury report. That makes this team stronger. That definitely makes this team stronger. This one's tough. I like the Knicks. I don't know if I'm going to get there. Quiet chat today. What do you guys think about this game? This is one I definitely wish I had Tyler on. I have pretty strong opinions on those other games. I'm going to come back to it, but boy, I want to take the Knicks and the points here. I like the Knicks and the points. Another game I do like the points here is the Houston Rockets. They're +7 in Minnesota taking on the T-Wolves. My projections have this as an 8-point win, but my brain likes the Rockets. Of course, the Rockets coming off that terrible, terrible loss to the Dallas Mavericks, but they were due for a letdown spot after winning 10 or 11 in a row. Can't remember off the top of my head. Yes, it was an 11-game win streak now that I look it up. Rockets 2 games back of the Golden State Warriors for the final play-in spot. Timberwolves 1 game back of the top seed in the Western Conference. So both teams have something to play for here. Rockets have been much better against the spread at home because they're 41-31 this year, but 15-20 on the road, which means that they're what? 26-11 at home, right? However, Minnesota hasn't been that much better against the spread at home, 17-18 and only 27-26 here. Rockets are covering when they're catching between 6 and 9 at 11-8 ratio. Minnesota's covered both games against Houston so far this year. We talked about Houston having that coming off that terrible loss. Minnesota coming off a tough loss as well. They were favored by 8.5 points against the Chicago Bulls, yet they fell by 8 points. So they, 16.5 points against the spread. Both teams, right, just failing against the spread here. And that Houston game wasn't nearly even as close as the final score. I'm still looking at Houston here, but it goes against my projections, and they haven't been good on the road. I lean Houston, but we're not going to make it an official play. The very next game. Oh, I like the over, too. What do I have this at? I have this at... Oh, no, I don't. I only have it at 213. Okay. Yeah, we'll stay away from that one altogether. But if I had to play it, I'd take Houston. Cleveland Cavaliers are -12 in Utah taking on the Jazz. Of course, Donovan Mitchell will return to see his former team. What's up, guys? Say what's up in the comments. We'll talk about these games. Running through these real quick. 2 plays that I like, but we haven't got to either of them yet. And we're talking about the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Utah Jazz right now. Their Cavaliers are coming off a 29-point loss to the Denver Nuggets. So, of course, they should be motivated to bounce back. And Utah has lost how many games in a row? Let me pull this up. Straight up, they've lost every game since Atlanta on March 15th. And it's April 2nd. And so they've lost for 17 days in a row. In that time, they've only covered the spread twice. One was a +8.5. Against Houston when they only lost by 1, and the other was a +15.5 in OKC where they lost by 12.5. So it's Cleveland or pass here because that's how we are at this time of year. I think that's why casual bettors love the NBA this time of year because you just bet all the favorites. But we're not, we don't want to look down on people, and I think that my background's a mess. We don't want to look down on people, so I think that they're right here. It's not that casual bettors don't understand sports either. My projections do like the Cavaliers. No, only have them by 10. It doesn't matter. I want to take Utah here. I would take the over here. Utah's defense is terrible, and I think Cleveland will be trying to get up and down the board. I have this game at 221 on a 218.5. I like the Cavaliers, but if you pin me down, I would take the over here. The very next game is the San Antonio Spurs. They're +16. They're taking on the Denver Nuggets. Total is 223.5. Diving into this one a little more. I mean, another one of these games where it's just a huge spread. I mean, Denver's going to be ridiculous on the money line. Probably -2,000, right? Oh, only -1 at 1,800. What a bargain. I have this game projected for Denver to win by a lot. 17 on a 16. That's not, well, whatever. Okay. Denver 19-18 against the spread this year, and they're 3-2 when they're laying between 14 and 17.5. San Antonio has been catching this much 3 times. They're 1-2. They're 19-18, but they have almost everybody out tonight, if I remember right. Let me pull this up and confirm it. No, they're playing. Really, they're playing everybody, and they're catching this many points. Wow, you got to take San Antonio. You got to take San Antonio here. If Victor's playing, the only one really out there I care about is Keldon Johnson, and he hasn't played for. Wow. Yeah, I would take San Antonio here. Projections don't like it though, but I think you got to take San Antonio. All right, we'll see if we actually get there. And did I have this game projected to go over? Let me double check. No, I have this game projected. Everything's projected to go under because of last month. But to me, you just got to look for overs here. Of all these big dogs here, I like San Antonio the best. I just think Victor's that X factor here. Wow. When I saw the plus 16, I just assumed that he was sitting. Okay. Yeah, I like the plus 16 in that game. The next game I have is the Clippers and the Kings, and I'm just going to let you know right now this is an official play. I am on the over. I know the Kings were going under for a while, but it seems like we're back and we're running fast with the Sacramento Kings team. The Clippers are 6-1 to the over in their last 7. They put up 130 in that win over Charlotte. Now, I know that's Charlotte, but let's be honest, is the Kings defense that much better? That's another reason I like the over. Also, I think the Clippers might be a little tired here, which I think helps because I think they'll go into the Kings style game, right? Up and down the court, less physical. I think that bodes well to the over as well. I know the Kings have been going under a lot, but we had them in the over against Utah, and I think you're going to see that pace pick back up here. Remember, the Kings and the Clippers were also involved in one of the highest scoring games of all time, and I think if you look at the trends, these teams almost always go over when they face each other. Let me double check that right now. I'm going off memory there, but I already bet it, but I mean, let's see. Total's gone over. We talked about that. 6 of the last 7 games. But I don't have a trend. No, that's weird. Okay, my bad. They've gone under 7 of their last 10 games against Clippers. You know what? I'm going against all the trends here. What's up, my guy Mark Lewis? Glad to see you, buddy. I'm going against the trends here because the total's gone under 7 of the last 10 times they've played, and they've gone under 7 of Sacramento's last 9 games at home. But I don't really care, man. I think this game's going over. 222 is too low for the Kings, and we're going to see them back playing fast. I know it sucks to not have Malik Monk out there. Great scorer, quick guy, and not that good on defense. Leads well to overs. But also, Clippers have Russ back. That speeds the game up as well. I'm on the over 222.5. Final play of the night for me is I did take the Dallas Mavericks. Officially on the sheet, I recorded it at the +1, but I just played the money line at -108. But just for the sake of the sheet, we record everything just against the spread at -110. It just makes it easier in case we screw up. You can just recalculate it. I'm on the Mavericks, though. Hottest team in the league. I mean, you saw what they did to the Houston Rockets, right? Now, I know the Golden State Warriors have been playing well as I pulled this team up, right? It's another team that's trending well. So, maybe I am going against the trends once again. Come on, guys. I'm clicking on this. At least I didn't freeze up on the screen. I appreciate you guys, everyone, for watching. The channel's Nuke the House. Give us a thumbs up. Yeah, Dallas has just been covering everything. I think they're, 11-1 in their last 12 against the spread. Total's gone over in Golden State 6 of their last 7 games against Dallas. However, Dallas is 5-0 against the spread in their last 5 games against Golden State. They've won their last 5 games on the road. So, we look at Dallas here, and this is just the hot team that we want to ride. I'm dipping my toes into baseball, and one thing that's different that I got to get my handle on is there's less letdown spots in baseball. You got to ride the hot team, but I feel like I'm doing that here with this Dallas Mavericks team. Couple other numbers just to justify it, but let's be honest. I mean, there's nothing that's going to get me off this pick. I'm just on the Dallas Mavericks. Me, and I love the Warriors too. I used to wear my Warriors shirt all the time. I'm wearing Giants today. Whoop-de-doo, even though I'm an A's fan. Let's see. 11 of 12. Mavs have won 7 in a row. 9 of those 11 wins are by 6+. Golden State is 1-4. against the spread in their last 5 at home. And although I don't know how much this helps, they're 11-19 against the spread as a home favorite. You look at Dallas, and it's just all green on their recent results. They win and they cover almost everything. Golden State's coming off. They've won 4 games in a row. And they've won on a road trip. Oh, you know why I love this spot even more? Bro, what do I love to do? Golden State, this is their first game home after a 5-game road trip. They went to Minnesota, Miami, Orlando, Charlotte, and San Antonio. And now they play tonight. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is a smash spot. Give me the Dallas Mavericks. We're going to fade the Golden State Warriors. First game home on a road trip. I have 3 official plays. Fuck, should I get there with the Spurs? Fuck. So the 2 that I'm considering are the Knicks and the Spurs. Let's do it. All right, I'm going to add the Knicks and the Spurs. So we have 5 plays for tonight. We have the Oklahoma City Thunder -2. The New York Knicks +3. The San Antonio Spurs +16. The over 222.5 in the Kings game. And Dallas Mavericks +1. So there you have it. The channel's Nuke the House. We'll be back at the normal time tomorrow. Tyler will be with us. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I'll see you guys soon.